Good morning, Mesh. Catch us on Twitter as @Mashalaba Speaks. IG, it will be the man Yonela. Catch us on Facebook as Yonela Mashalaba. Good morning, Mash, the After Joke Thoughts. My name is Uyonela Mashalaba, aka the iceberg that never broke. We are reporting live at Motherwell Kono 20. Do catch us on Twitter as Mashalaba Speak. On IG, we are the man Yonela. On Facebook, Guyonela Mashalaba. Today, Sikono 20 at Motherwell, we decided to meet up with Koko, who has been observing the activities of this area for the past 21 days. Koko, can you please take us through the past 21 days that you've been observing in this area in terms of what have you been observing?
Seyazi kuthiwa sikwi lockdown njengoba nawe uthi it's been 21 days kodwa ke mna as umhlali wala Motherwell I would ask you ukuthi what lockdown are you talking about, because apha as you can see now yazibonela uba it's life as usual. I-lockdown ayikenzeki incam yayiqonda. It might be for different reasons ukuthi abantu really need to come and do their essential shopping. If you look on my right yabona esibhedlele, and you can't blame people bayeza because abantu need to be cared for esibhedlele. Abantu need to buy their essentials at the shopping center, so it's really life as usual, but with concerning matters ngoba kaloku izinto azikho normal. We know if we speak about the issue of social distancing, ngeyona that is concerning for this lockdown. Ukuthi abantu are not really staying at home. I believe ukuthi banezizathu of getting out of their houses bazotyuwisha in both these places apha yayikona. However, indaba ke ngoku yokuthi make sure ukuba you are safe because ngoku sinengxaki yale COVID-19, then it becomes a concerning issue for me that ayenzeki mhlekazi. If we speak social distancing, you see the queues kunje yabo lo 1 meter ekuthethwa ngayo or so is not happening, and it's not easy ukuthi mayenzeke futhi yabo. Yeah, so it's a political of feelings. You want to say people don't care, but you also want to say the planning is not proper and people really need to get out to get izinto abangenazo. Yabo, this was, I mean, it's a surprise to everyone.
I have been seeing on your social media that you've been actually taking videos of the long queues that we have been seeing, particularly at the shopping center and Esbedlele as well. So what made you to decide to take that content and footage and present it to the people on your social media?
Beginning of this thing, the idea, my thought was that everyone would just adhere, you know. But every time when I wake up in the morning, my view takes me straight to the shopping complex. And especially just before a grant payments, then the vuga around 4 or 5. And it's Vuga because of noise, people already queuing outside the shopping center. Then it became a concern for me that if we are to be safe and then people are already queuing at 5 a.m. until 4:30 when the center is closing, then really people need to be worried or rather concerned. So I wanted to put it out there that this is what is happening. As a concerned citizen, warning the community in Motherwell and the whole of the country to see what is happening. People of authority to actually come and do something about what is happening, to assist abantu babone, and it's been happening. I've had a number of engagements with people, different stakeholders that rely on these footages and this data. What's happening? Okay, we have sent people to do 1, 2, and 3. People from political offices would come and say, "Hi, Koko, we've done 1, 2, and 3. We've sent vans. Department of Health will be out loud hailing," of which that's what exactly I wanted to happen. Steps that are being taken, because it's not only about footage. I talk on the footage. Good, this is what is happening. This is the challenge. This might be a solution to this. So I wanted to engage people, to make people aware, to keep people alert, and to drive action.
I have been observing in other areas, Koko, like Central, Summerstrand, the more, I'd say, affluent areas in Port Elizabeth have been able to adhere to social distances to a certain extent, actually to a large extent, to some. So what do you think are the challenges that make other places such as Motherwell are unable to adhere to the lockdown and social distance regulations that have been put out by the government?
Hey, the reality is that the places you are mentioning, your Summerstrand Central, Newton Park, and places like that, their lives, they are not about face-to-face interactions. So for them, it's not a difficult adjustment, if it is an adjustment at all. So good, face-to-face, elokishini. Asiyazi lento yokuba kufuneka sifonelane, uyabona nje siyayenza, uyabo, but we believe on face to face. So that's point number 1 ebangela babe difficult for thina ukuba sihlale ezindlini and adhere to standards ezibekiweyo ngokuza social distancing. Another factor ke ngoku really that ekhupha abantu ezindlini, impilo yaselokishini neyasetown ayifani. Inequality, economical, especially economical, ngeyona factor kum endiyibonayo, yaqona, because kulula for someone ose-Summerstrand ukuthenga igrocery yenyanga yonke, avuka abheke kwaMacro ngemoto, just one day buys everything, akugcwelanga ngaMacro. It's a few people. Here, it's not going to happen. But we have thousands of people that are relying on this one shopping center. Zikhona ezinye small shopping centers nazo zikhona, but nazo it's the same thing. Yabo. So abamba kuthi abanye imali for them to be able to go and buy with shops, but rely kwi family member as a Joburg okanye as a Summerstrand that ezabathubelela imali. So you would say abantu bapeyile on the 25th or month end, ndimo peyileyo month end, and ndizihlalele eKapa, so I'm going to send imali ekhaya nge-5 of the following month. Uyayibona nditshoyo. So it's easy again to misjudge abantu uthi abantu abakhathali. It's not really ukuthi abakhathali, cause circumstances. Into ithi phakama apha, omnye funeka aye kumashonisa because imeko iyaphoqa baye kumashonisa, yabo, and you cannot run away from that. And I sincerely do not believe that kukhona umntu ongavuka at 5 o'clock azofola echwini for ukutuja. Uyayibona into enjalo. I've been standing here and watching this, and I'm like, kuyagcwala really up. Okay, I understand as a special, people are sick, but here I would sit and try and play with my mind and thoughts. Really, but abantu, why kuzogcwala every day? Because there's never been a day up, according to my calculations and there's never been a day at a shopping center where you'd find less than 200 people in and out, even more. So angikona abantu babayatutsha baswela into okwenza or really abafuna ukuhlala endlini. Ichwe yenza isicef yadika. So for someone to come here and stand here I mean, really something is saying get out of the house. So akufani ke i-situation nje isimo semali kakhulu. Hayi sibayabakhupha abantu endlini.
I am aware that you also had to buy your own essential goods, so meaning that now where you had been forced to stand in these queues that we are observing. So what has been your experience there?
Yeah, Mhlekazi, as an unemployed citizen or individual, I got a chance of buying my essentials, but I ran away from this. I ran away from this. Ndiyame nayothenga somewhere in Green Acres, but not the center because nakhona bekugcwele bekufana nalapha. And then I was forced to top up in the middle of this. So now transport ayikho ke ngoku this time around. So it took me 50 almost an hour, 50 minutes to be precise, ukuza aba and top up the essentials. Yeah, and ever since I've been avoiding shopping in the complex. Kodwa normally the shop is corner, it's just walk in and walk out, it's fine. But now I avoid abantu stand for hours. I cannot do that. So the alternative is spaza shops. So you just go and top up there and there. But Abayaman do not have a choice because they want to buy cheap, they want to buy trusted stuff and all that stuff. They have to.
So another thing that you've also touched on is the social grant issue. How much of a challenge is that, particularly here in this area? Isn't the social grants? How many people does it usually bring out? And what has been your observation in terms of the systems that the government uses to disperse these social grants to the people in the community?
Oh, yeah, the point is social grant. Especially it's still coming again during this extension. It's said. It's said. Yeah, it's said. And you are mentioning Guti izinto that the government has put in place. I don't think there's anything that is put in place besides changing dates. So ukuchinja kwe dates, it's not a measure at all. You're just changing a date, but abantu is still gonna come in numbers. Kuyagcwala lapha Mhlekazi. Kunomashonisa olapha. There's about 3 or 4 banks that are here. 4 banks actually that are here. There's Shoprite and there's a post office. So these places are usually packed. The outside is packed. Besides the lockdown. Now there's a lockdown. People are panicking. There's pressure. The shopping center is closed. People have to queue outside. So it makes it worse. We are born up by Stratwen. You should come back actually on those dates, 4th or 5th, because they've been moved now.
So you are saying that the implementations that have been put by government to try and curb the crowding of people during payday is not sufficient?
Not sufficient.
Okay. And another thing that has also been put by government is that people, what do you think about the statement that I've been seeing on social grants posters saying that the people must not necessarily go on the payday, but should rather wait for other days because the money will be there anyways? What do you think about such a statement that has been put out in official government posters?
His statements are right. I'm for the statement. Irreality is against the statement. Ndinayo imali ebhankeni, but andinazo sonke ekhabhathini. So le nto ndikhupha phandle uba mandiye ebhankeni to access my grant ikhabhathi. Uyayibona le akho mntu uthatha imali bamakabuya ibeka apha endlini uyabo, so si-statement but umuntu ukhutshwa yinto apha endlini, mhlawumbi ufuna ukuthenga i-medication, mhlawumbi ufuna ukuthenga ukutya, I don't know. So to me it's just a statement. Asithethi kodwa nabahlali, especially abahlali baselokishini, informal settlements, the statement asithethi mhlakazi. It's really not a solution. Uyafana again nokuthi you are just pushing dates uyabo, kodwa umuntu endlini ukhutshwa yinto uyabona ngoku. Ever since the lockdown has started, I'm telling you, khange kube quiet up uyabo, khange kube quiet. It means abantu need to go out. So xa benayo imali ke yintoni ezabahlalisa endlini, ikhona imali, why would I wait 2 days to go and access? Ikhona imali, swekile ekhabhathini. So yeah, the statement is just a statement. Asithethi nabantu ne-reality esiphila kuyo.
Okay, Koko. Before we leave, I just want you to tell us, is there any solution, in your opinion, to all of this before the data given out by the president to say when the lockdown will be lifted up? Is there any solution to the non-adherence of the social distancing and the lockdown in areas such as Motherwell?
Now that a lockdown has been implemented already, I think disaster management, because we've been in disaster already. Yabona, deployment of soldiers, I think it's been misdirected. I would have thought ukuthi amajoni akhutshelwa into yokuba azoku-assista, not to just patrol, not to just go to taverns, close taverns, take alcohol, yabona nje. But those people have got different skills. So in cases as nje, queue marshals, soldiers could work wonders here with abantu to keep those social distancing kanje, not come even zithu zamapolisa or once in a while, yabo. So I would have liked we deploy soldiers esibhedlela yabo, bakhona bane medical expertise phaya, they could assist in, I'm not saying mabanyanga abantu kanye bathini, just to keep the order yabo. Zikhona into ezincinci abanye abantu they just come for a treatment yabo, they can be liaison something between the people and yabona nje, just to keep izinto simple. But you don't see them, you only see them xa bepatrola besoyikisa abantu ezitratweni yabo, which is, for me, I don't think it was supposed to be like that in the first place. If bakhona abebai, there's thousands of them, then they must be useful. Kunengxaki ngoku ye food parcels. Why are you saying to people they must adhere to social distancing, and then when the same person that is promoting social distancing, xa ubaniki food parcels ubabizela in a central place to come and chew, kanti uthi abantu bahlale ezindlini, and we have thousands of soldiers that are just walking around, endaweni yokuthi okay, we're going to take ihipo ezimbini zimane zihamba, go to a particular area, go door to door. I'm not saying abangene ezindlini, go door to door, umuntu uzophuma zibekwe egate ezinto, then abantu balondlu bathathe bangene endlini yabo. Now you come to Motherwell okanye uye SASSA uthi people should come on such a day, bazothatha izinto, bazawufola abantu, uyazibona zonke. So i-solution ukuthi let these people come and assist yabo. And again, ingxaki enkulu is the bottom down approach. It's the top down approach. It doesn't work. Kaloku i-solution isebantwini. So we shouldn't look at i-qualification yomntu okanye i-position yomntu at work ucinga izinto izisombululo zikuye yabo. Go to the people. Let's go to the bottom and up, because if you come to abantu abahlala elokishini bazokuxelela before it even happened ukuthi le nto ingenzeki. Abantu knew that it's not going to happen, because kuthetha abantu abahlala some strand that are in positions and it works for them, but abantu consult people on the ground abahlala ezilokishini. What do you think should happen? Because kulula from nobody, let's close the gates, abantu bangena complex, will you let in 50 people? It's okay for them. But you lock the gates, abantu are going to be outside, and if there's an infection outside, people are already going to be infected outside. Bangene phakathi, it's a mess again. So that's a solution. Go to the people, ask the people on the ground, lendo yethu ukuthi top down, because we hold particular positions or particular degrees or educational status. Ayisebenzeli. The soldiers that are out there, abancedise. Patrol. I understand the patrol is necessary. Mayenzeke, but the priority should be assisting kwizindawo siyaziyo ukuthi kuyagcwala kuzo ezilokishini zethu. Yabo.
Okay, siyabulela Koko. Ukoko usixelele kuba we should be possibly looking at the bottom up approach instead of the top down approach, and that the soldiers should perhaps utilize a more interactive role with the people to assist rather than spreading fear amongst the community. Again, igama lam nguYonela Mashalaba, aka the iceberg that never broke. We are reporting a Motherwell. Siyabulela Koko for the interview.
Thanks Mshakazi.
Thank you, Dad.
Nice.
We also had the opportunity to speak with a few people that were standing in queues of the Motherwell complex, and this is what they had to say. Ngento ye social distancing yoba abantu faba babe kwi distance ebuqelele kwabanye abantu njengoba nizifumana kwezi queue kulula kanjani uba nilandele leyo miqathango karhulumente?
Siyafuna uyilandela mntanam kabana ngoku siyazilungisa. Siyazilungisa, hayi siyayithanda inhle nathi sifuna lonke ngoba kaloku siyoyika lento sifuna iphele mntanam kunzima and ke simele siyamva urhulumente wethu simenaye wetata ngoba nathi ngoku sifuna uzilungisa. Mntanam Nkosi mntanam
siyabulela ma
thobela umthetho.
Okay. Uthi umama ke uthi makuthotyelwe umthetho we social distance, abantu bazama uncedisana norhulumente. Lento ye social distancing ebithethwa ngurhulumente yoba abantu mababe kuqelelene nabanyenzele sizokwazi uprevent isifo uba sifike kwabanye abantu, in affect kanjani nina lonto?
Bhuti andiva kamandi because bhuti wami abasinikanga nale lento yoyigquma ubuso imask ezi, and ke ngoku bhuti asinabuchule bayo lento le, into esingenabuchule bayo because sinezinja sinegadi. What about igadi zethu? What about izinja zethu? Akhange basixelele yonke lonto leyo. So sicela akasicacisele nje kahle uba kwenzeka ntoni, what's going on, what's cooking oil. Londo kuyiyo, you know? Exactly. And ke ngoku bekuthiwa kuzophuma i-food parcels.
Yes.
Abantu abasokola bahlala ezindlini.
Yes.
Abanakutya.
Yes, singona stand sihlele ezindlini.
Singona stand sihlele ezindlini. Akho nto siyenzayo. Akho nto sizifumene. So ke ngoku yintoni efuneka siyihlalele endlini?
Yes.
Asayiboni, makakhasizele kahle and ayichobisa ayibeke la. Apha esandleni.
Straightforward.
Very good.
And secondly, nalama John bethe makhona, nalama polisa wathe bakhona forest distance akho nix ebonakala yawo because bingazonyuka ngehlobo sinyuke ngasibithe sibing 199 mos uqhubela kwami bingazothi inyuke ohloba bewesenza umsebenzi wawo akho umsebenzi bawenza yona aqala no government nayo yena aqala akho nix asenzele yona usivalele ezindlini abakokuvalele ezindlini zakasibona la door to door nesibekuthiwa kuzongena nozo food parcels izivenda sigqothwe estandini asinazo akho nix asenzele yona ugovernment yasibulala nguyano sinika ikhorola qha ezindlini ugovernment.
Okay, ngabahlali base Motherwell ke apho ba complaina ngoba urhulumente akabanikanga information ethe vatsha uba bangayi preventa kanjani le corona. Bayabuza uba mhlambi ikati zabo nezinja zabo zona azikwazi ubazisela na le corona. Siyabulela nguYonela Mashalaba.